Machinist Mate 2nd Class Todd Meyer Navy, Aviation Machinist Mate 3rd Class Nicolette Meyer Navy, Aerospace Ground Equipment Journeyman Senior Airman Rhett Meyer Air Force, all relatives to FHS teacher Mr. G. John Gregorio. Sergeant E5 Cyber Development Officer Chloe Roberts, daughter to FJHS Counselor Laura Roberts. Sergeant Gibson Garrett, Marine Corps, brother to FJHS staff member Courtney Fomby. In basic training, Eric French, Army, son of FISD Superintendent Michael French. And any other staff members who served or who has a close relative who served, you may stand at this time. Let's hear it one more time. Thank you. Please be seated. For today's ceremony, I ask that our FHS and FJHS students and staff to stand at this time. Students and staff, please stand at this time. In a moment, I will ask our veterans to also stand and face you. Students, I want you to think about how all of these people sitting in front of you have taken up a weapon and have prepared themselves to defend this country and your freedom, even to the point of potential sacrifice of their own lives. When they stand and face you in a moment, it is my hope that you will applaud and cheer for someone who was literally willing to trade their lives for yours. This is a cheer that's greater than a touchdown at the homecoming football game, a playoff victory, or school spirit, but a cheer that exemplifies love of country and for those who defend it. Veterans and families of veterans, in a moment, I will ask you to rise and face the students of FHS and FJHS. This is our future, the best our community has to offer. These students are unfinished products, still growing and learning from your example, but dedicated to support one another to achieve the best of their ability and to carry the torch of freedom that you have secured for us to this point in time. Please stand now and face our students as they show their appreciation for you. Let's hear it. And now, please remain standing and face the American flag as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance, to be followed by the national anthem performed jointly by the Farmersville High School Choir and Band. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. At this time, it is my privilege to formally introduce the pride and thrill of Farmersville, the Farmersville High School Band, who will perform the Coast Guard March, followed by a performance of America the Beautiful, and afterwards, the Farmersville High School Choir, who will perform Battle Hymn of the Republic.
Good morning. My name is Ethan Stone, and I want to thank you for attending this wonderful event. As a member of the Farmersville Student Council, it is an honor to represent our school in front of the staff, faculty, and administration, and most importantly, these veterans and their families. At this time, I would like to welcome back the Farmersville High School Choir, who will be singing the Armed Service Medal. During this performance, members of the FHS Student Council will present flags from each military branch represented. If you are a veteran or a family member of a veteran and are able to stand, please do so during your section of the medal. Of a veteran and are able to stand, please do so during your section of the medal. Thank you and enjoy.
United States Army. United States Marines. United States Navy. United States Coast Guard. United States Air Force.
Dr. Kyle Ballou was born in England while his father served in the U.S. Air Force, but he grew up mostly in Texas. He graduated from Clear Lake High School in Houston and joined the Corps of Cadets at Texas A&M University, where he graduated and was commissioned into the U.S. Air Force as a weather officer in 1992. He served in the Air Force for 28 years, where he deployed several times supporting Operation Iraqi Freedom, and retired in 2021 as a lieutenant colonel. Today, Dr. Ballou is the executive dean of Collin College's Farmersville campus, where he oversees campus operations, providing educational services to the Farmersville community that include both transfer credit and workforce programs. Dr. Ballou is married to Janine Ballou from San Antonio, Texas, and has 2 adult children, Lainey and Addison Ballou, who both attend Tarleton State University. Please help me welcome our Veterans Day speaker, Dr. Kyle Ballou.
Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Farmersville High School, junior high. I got to meet a few of you as you were running across the street, and I almost ran into you, so my apologies if I did, if I scared you a little bit. Thank you, Dr. Warren, for inviting me, and thank you all for being here today to honor our nation's veterans. What a fantastic program. This is just amazing. I was telling Dr. Warren, not everybody does this, and this is truly a special event. It's truly a privilege for me to stand here today to honor those who serve this country in the U.S. Armed Forces, both living and deceased. It's also truly an honor to be able to wear this uniform still as I'm retired. 5 years living in Texas and eating barbecue, trust me, it's not easy to be able to stay in this uniform. But this day is extremely dear to me. As Dr. Warren said, around 33 years ago, it's hard to believe, I raised my right hand in College Station, Texas, swore an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I had no idea what I was doing. For me, the Air Force was a chance to see the world and serve my country. Plus, I had nothing else better to do as a college graduate. There were no job opportunities, so hey, let's go ahead and try the Air Force here. Little did I know what the Air Force would become to me. My first 2 assignments were in Europe, so I had a fantastic experience in my first two assignments. But the Air Force soon very quickly became my home. The people that I served with soon became my family, and the lessons that I learned there stayed with me well beyond after I took off my uniform, and they helped shape the man that I am today. I want to share one such lesson with you that really stuck out to me. I still remember a Chief Master Sergeant in my squadron. Those guys and ladies on the floor will know what I'm talking about here. So I met this Chief Master Sergeant when I was a lowly lieutenant, right out of college, about 21 years old. Thought I knew everything. I saw him mopping the floors one night and thought, you know what, I need to say something to him because he is the senior advisor to our enlisted troops. What business does he have mopping the floors? We have people that can do that. So in my hubris and my pride, I said something to him about it. He stopped what he was doing and he said, LT, for those of you who don't know, that is not an affectionate term for enlisted people when they're talking about officers. LT is short for lieutenant, but you never want to be called LT. It means that something is coming afterwards. It's very similar to your parents saying your first name and your middle name. So I knew what was coming. I braced for impact. And he says, LT, as long as you know who you are, no job is beneath you. This job needed to be done, and I was here. You know, I learned more from him that day and that moment that I did in several years in college and in officer training. That chief saw something that needed to be done, and he said, I'll do it. I will never forget that lesson. As Dr. Warren just mentioned, I was a weather officer in the Air Force, and yes, it is similar to the weather people that you see on the TV. No, I did not do a green screen thing, but yes, I was wrong about all the time, but I still kept my job. But actually, it meant that I was heavily involved in every single flying operation that I was a part of. And when I supported the Army in Special Ops, I was in charge, or I was involved in every ground operation too. And if my team got something wrong, people would get hurt. If the operation involved a landing strip or a launch pad, weather had to be right there working side by side with pilots, intel officers to give the best environmental intel to air crew, soldiers, and leadership. And while my work was on the ground, I saw firsthand the dedication of the men and women who flew those planes and went on those missions. It took hundreds of men and women dedicated to do their job to ensure that the entire mission was completed successfully. They were often the first in, delivering critical supplies and personnel, and sometimes the last out, bringing our troops home. And I loved being a part of that mission. Like me, every veteran has a story, a unique journey that led them to answer the call of duty. For me, it was a family tradition passed down through generations. For some, it was a desire for adventure, a commitment to a cause. For others, it was a call to serve in something greater than themselves. But no matter what the reason, no matter the length of service, all veterans share a common bond. A willingness to put our lives on the line for the values that we hold dear and the country that we so dearly believe in. It's a willingness to see a job that needs to be done and say, I'll do that. This day is bigger than just my experience and not just about those who fought in wars. It's about every man and woman who has ever worn the uniform. It's about the soldier standing guard on a remote outpost, having missed the birth of his child. It's about the sailor navigating the open seas, not knowing the next time that she'll be back in port. The Marine going through the crucible, 48-mile, 54-hour final test of endurance to obtain their Eagle, Globe, and Anchor. It's about the airman that has to get up at dark 30, supporting a mission whose takeoff time is scheduled before dawn. It's about the Coast Guardsmen faithfully patrolling our shores and keeping their head on a swivel for their entire 12-hour shift. It's about the sacrifice they make, the time they spend away from their families, and the hardships they endure to protect the freedoms that we hold so dear. As veterans, we don't ask for a lot. We don't want a hero's welcome or need special treatment, but what we do ask is that you remember us. Remember our time spent in uniform and the challenges that we face when we come home. For many veterans, the fight does not end when the uniform comes off. The scars of war are sometimes visible, but not always. Some veterans struggle with physical injuries, while others battle the silent wounds of post-traumatic stress, deep depression. Others have enduring health issues from breathing in toxic burn pit fumes. Every loud noise reminds them of having to take shelter during combat deployments. Every crowded space becomes a reminder of dangerous crowds that they once had to walk through, where any civilian could have an explosive device attached to their chest. No, the transition back to civilian life can be difficult and a lonely journey for many. And we have a responsibility to support them, to listen to their stories, and to ensure that they receive the care and respect that they deserve. So on this Veterans Day, I ask you to do more than just thank a veteran. I ask you to get involved, volunteer at a local veterans organization, and I'm so thankful that Farmersville has so many organizations that support veterans. You're going to hear about one of them today. Reach out to a veteran in your community. Let them know that they are not alone. And above all, never forget the price of freedom. To all my fellow veterans today, I want to say thank you. Or if your mom or dad or brother or sister or aunt or uncle or granddad or grandmother served, please do say thank you for your service, but also say thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for your unwavering commitment to our country, and thank them for seeing a job that needed to be done and saying, I'll do that. May God keep his protective hand over our troops, past and present, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. To support and defend. The Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies. Foreign and domestic. And to bear true faith. And allegiance to the same. That I will obey. The orders of. The President of the United States. And the orders of. Those officers appointed over me according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God.
We celebrate Veterans Day on the anniversary of the armistice that ended World War I. The armistice that began on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. The timing of this holiday is quite deliberate in terms of historical fact. But somehow it always seems quite fitting to me that this day comes deep in autumn when the colors are muted and the days seem to invite contemplation. It is, in a way, an odd thing to honor those who died in defense of our country, in defense of us, in wars far away. The imagination plays a trick. We see these soldiers in our mind as old and wise, but most of them were boys when they died, and they gave up two lives, the one they were living and the one they would have lived. When they died, they gave up their chance to be husbands and fathers and grandfathers. They gave up their chance to be revered old men. They gave up everything for our country, for us. And all we can do is remember. I will not fail thee, nor forsake thee. In memory of those who gave the last full measure of devotion, may our efforts to achieve lasting peace gain strength. Let us make a vow to our dead. Let us show them by our actions that we understand what they died for. Strengthened by their courage, heartened by their value, and borne by their memory, let us continue to stand for the ideals for which they lived and died.
In the long history of the world, only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger. I do not shrink from this responsibility. I welcome it. I do not believe that any of us would exchange places with any other people or any other generation. The energy, the faith, the devotion which we bring to this endeavor will light our country and all who serve it. We shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe to assure the survival and the success of liberty.
Wow, what a powerful presentation. At this time, I will introduce the bell ceremony. During this ceremony, a Farmersville High School student will read the names of the Farmersville High School graduates who made the ultimate sacrifice of their lives in the performance of military service. After each name is read, a bell will be sounded in honor of that individual. We ask that you stand during the reading of the names and remain standing during the playing of the taps, which will immediately follow. At this time, all those who are able to stand, please do so.
Students and all those able, please remain standing to honor our fallen soldiers who have graduated from Farmersville ISD. These individuals paid the ultimate sacrifice in defense of our country and all it stands for. World War II. Lieutenant Jack K. Bumpus, Jr., United States Air Corps, Class of 1932. Sergeant Wallace Earl Becknell, United States Air Corps, Class of 1933. Private Landrum W. Leach, United States Army, Class of 1933. Petty Officer Billy Bain Honecker, United States Navy, Class of 1935. Sergeant Nolan D. Thomas, United States Marine Corps, Class of 1935. First Lieutenant Ray W. Hensley, United States Air Corps, Class of 1936. Seaman Raymond Thompson, United States Navy, Class of 1936. Sergeant William Aston Carver, United States Air Corps, Class of 1937. Technical Sergeant Joe Everett Carver, Jr., United States Air Corps, Class of 1938. Staff Sergeant Mather Parnell Milliken, United States Air Corps, Class of 1938. Private James W. Montgomery, United States Army, Class of 1939. Private Wallace Max Glass, Jr., United States Army, Class of 1940. Staff Sergeant Thomas L. Reich, United States Air Corps, Class of 1940. Private Cleo W. Stanford, United States Air Corps, Class of 1941. Private Horace Edwin Urey, Jr., United States Army, Class of 1942. Vietnam. Private Thomas Glenn Carraway, United States Army, Class of 1946.
Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce the Farmersville Heritage Museum President, Mrs. Misty Wiebold, who will share about Audie Murphy Day.
Good morning, Farmersville High School students, faculty, and honored guests. It is a privilege, I'm emotional, I'm sorry. It is a privilege to be with you today to honor our veterans. It truly is. I want to share the story of one extraordinary individual, a man who rose from humble beginnings here in Farmersville to become the most decorated soldier of World War II. His name is Audie Leon Murphy, and his life is a testament to what an ordinary person can achieve with courage, humility, and determination. World War II began in 1939, engulfing the globe in conflict. America entered the war on December 7, 1941, after the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. Over 16 million Americans served during World War II. Among them, one combat soldier stood out above all, Audie Murphy. He earned every Medal of Honor the United States could bestow, including the Medal of Honor, our nation's highest military award for bravery. The inscription on this replica dog tag reads, Audie L. Murphy, Farmersville, Texas. It symbolizes the local boy who became a national hero. Murphy's early life was marked with hardship. Born in 1925, Murphy spent his formative years in and around Farmersville, facing poverty and periods of homelessness. Murphy's father left when he was 12, and by 16, he lost his mother, leaving Murphy essentially responsible for his younger siblings. Murphy left school in the 5th grade to support his family. After the attack on Pearl Harbor, Murphy determined that enlisting was the most meaningful way that he could serve his family and country. Numerous times, he was rejected by the military due to his physical stature. Murphy was 5 foot 5 inches tall and weighed 112 pounds. But in June 1942, he walked from Farmersville to the Greenville Post Office, successfully enlisting in the United States Army. Before long, Murphy was on the battlefield in North Africa, a world away from Farmersville, Texas. During World War II, Murphy fought in 9 major campaigns across 5 countries. He rose from private to lieutenant, was wounded 3 times, and lost all the men in his original platoon. But his defining moment came on January 26, 1945 in France. With the Germans advancing and air support delayed, Murphy ordered his men to withdraw to a safer position. For an hour, he manned the .50 caliber machine gun while directing artillery fire by radio. His actions that day saved his company and forced the Germans to withdraw, earning Murphy the Medal of Honor. By war's end, at just 19 years old, Audie Murphy had 33 medals pinned to his chest. He was a national hero. In June that same year, Murphy returned home to a hero's welcome. Mayor R.B. Beaver declared Audie Murphy Day, boasting it would be the greatest homecoming a boy could receive, whether he liked it or not. Thousands filled our downtown square, cheering and waving flags during the parade and ceremony. Humble, Murphy stood before the hometown crowd. He spoke not about himself that day, but of the real heroes, the ones that didn't come home. They were the brave ones, Murphy said. Still today in June each year, we celebrate Audie Murphy Day to remember and honor Audie Murphy and all who serve on behalf of our nation. So why should you, a high school and junior high school student in 2025, care enough to remember Audie Murphy's name? You should remember Audie Murphy because he overcame impossible odds. His story reminds us that heroism isn't just defined on the battlefield, but in life through perseverance. He was an ordinary man, your age, from your small town, who did extraordinary things. So, don't forget Audie Murphy. Be inspired by him and step up. Like Audie, you can be brave in the face of fear, courageous when it counts, and humble in success. Audie Murphy proved that one person can change the world, and now it's your turn. We hope that you will join us this coming year for Audie Murphy Day in June. It's June 20th, 2026. Now, before I step away, I do have some t-shirts from Audie Murphy Day from this past year and a handful of Audie Murphy hats. And if I could get my helpers. So we're just going to randomly toss them out into the audience. So good luck. Thank you very much, and God bless America.
Thank you so much. And before we give our closing remarks, we are reminded that Veterans Day is to support all veterans, and we are truly appreciative of your sacrifices. Students, I encourage you to sit up straighter than your neighbor at this time. Let me see the color of your eyes as we move into this home stretch. Please help me welcome to the stage Mrs. Billy Goldstein, who represents Wreaths Across America, to talk about those and honoring those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Please welcome Mrs. Goldstein.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? My name is Tanya Fox, and Billy and I are honored to join you today, and we're very thankful to Dr. Warren and the FHS staff, as well as the student body, for inviting us to join you in today's ceremony. To give you a little bit of background on Wreaths Across America, in 1992, the Worcester family of Columbia Falls, Maine, donated 5,000 wreaths to Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia to be placed at the oldest, least visited graves at one of the most hallowed final resting places of our military service members. Little did they know that that simple gesture would turn into a national endeavor and calling. 15 years later, in 2007, after exceptional attention and financial and volunteer support, after a photo went viral of these wreaths placed at Arlington, more than 33,000 wreaths were placed across the country at graves in cemeteries, in small towns, and in big cities, and in Arlington. That year, I was honored to join forces with the cadre of volunteers to help place those wreaths at Arlington. It's one of the most special moments of my life to start this dedication to Wreaths Across America. Just a short 5 years later, we were part of a movement that was able to place more than 110,000 wreaths at Arlington and 400,000 wreaths nationwide. This year, 32 years later, we are endeavoring to place more than 3 million wreaths at 4,900 cemeteries nationwide and across the globe as we recognize and honor our fallen and our deceased hero angels and for their sacrifices and commitment to keeping this country and our friendly neighbors globally free. And we hope that you endeavor with us this year in December for our Wreaths Across America ceremony at the IWF Cemetery. You can help us remember and honor those veterans and those that have passed and help us all educate others so that we all remember that freedom is not free.
Thank you, Tanya. Good morning, everyone. I am the niece of Staff Sergeant Clifford Lackleen, U.S. Army, World War II. I am the daughter-in-law of Sergeant Lon Goldstein, Army, World War II. I am the wife of Major Mike Goldstein, Med Corps, Army, Vietnam. I am the mother of Colonel Kyle Holman Goldstein, Air Force active duty. Kyle served in Operation Iraqi Freedom, flying his F-15 fighter jet as the escort for the bombers. He is based in Randolph Air Force Base, San Antonio, Texas. I am the Gold Star daughter of Captain Bill Holman, World War II, died June 23, 1945, Lowry Air Force Base, Colorado, Denver, Colorado, in an aborted takeoff in the B-26 Marauder, nicknamed the Widowmaker. My name is Billy Holman Goldstein, your co-coordinator for Wreaths Across America 225. Today we gather in the spirit of remembrance, gratitude, and honor. We come together to recognize the extraordinary courage and sacrifice of our veterans and our Gold Star families, families who have borne the heaviest cost of freedom. If you are a Gold Star family member, would you please stand? To mothers, fathers, spouses, children, and loved ones of fallen heroes, we see you. We honor you, and we thank you from the depths of our hearts. No words can erase your pain, but please know that this nation carries your loved one's name, story, and legacy with profound respect. Veterans, will you please stand? When a service member takes the oath to defend our country, their family takes the oath with them in spirit. If you are a family member of a veteran, will you please stand? You shoulder the uncertainty, the waiting, and too often the unimaginable loss. Your strength reminds us that service is not only on the battlefield, it is also in the quiet endurance of those who remain at home, holding hope, love, and pride. You may be seated. Thank you. Thank you for your sacrifices. The Barber family is our Gold Star family for Wreaths Across America 2025. Cadet 4th Class Timothy Barber and his father, Lieutenant Colonel Greg Spanky Barber, were killed December 31st, 2016 in a mid-air collision. Tim was your salutatorian of the class of 2016 and first-year cadet at the Air Force Academy with a bright future. His father, Lieutenant Colonel Greg Barber, was a retired U-2 pilot, living every young man's dream. May you honor them not only with words, but with our actions by striving to be a nation worthy of their sacrifice. May peace find its way to your hearts, even as memories keep your heroes near. To the mothers and fathers and spouses, children and loved ones of our family heroes, we see you, we honor you, and we thank you from the depths of our hearts. No words can erase your pain, but please know that this nation carries your loved one's name, story, and legacy with profound respect. And may we as people never forget that freedom is not free. Please repeat that with me. Freedom is not free. One more time. Freedom is not free. It is paid for with love, loss, and unwavering strength of families like yours. Thank you, and may God bless you and the memory of all our fallen heroes and our veterans, past, present, and future. May God bless America, and we'll see you December 13th at Wreaths Across America at the IOOF Cemetery, December 13th at 11 o'clock. Thank you.
This Veterans Day program serves as a token of appreciation to our local veterans and as a reminder that, as Ms. Goldstein said, freedom isn't free. To our veterans, thank you for your service. We are proud of your sacrifice, and we will live our lives as Americans in such a way as to appreciate the freedoms that you have secured, both now and for generations to come. As we conclude, I have some logistical details. We invite our veterans and their families to stay on the floor level. We'll take some photos and we'll fellowship. In just a moment, we will dismiss. What will happen for the high school students is you will return to your first period classroom until the bell at 10:21, and we will dismiss to third period, which means you will not see your second period class today. Now listen very carefully. Shh. If you're a high school student and you do not have a first period class, or if your first period class was remote, like at the Engineering Academy, you're not going to go back there for these few short minutes, you will report to the cafeteria. But you must report there. Our hallways should be empty. Junior high students will follow the directions of your teachers and your administration. But before we go, more than a free t-shirt, more than a free hat, more than a homecoming football game, let's get on your feet one more time and salute our local heroes, our veterans. Thank you. You are dismissed back to first period. Thank you so much. It was such an honor, and your speech was very well written and all that stuff. Would we have time to go back to my office?
Never thought I'd be the girl sitting, waiting here at home, waiting by the phone.
here.